If you've clicked on this video, then you want Hearthstone to be fun. And we are currently accepting members in the Cult of Octosari in order to start having fun in Hearthstone again. So if you like fun in Hearthstone, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the YouTube channel because today's video is all about the insanity that is Octosari. If Octosari has 1 million fans, I am one of them. If Octosari has 10 fans, I am one of them. If Octosari has 8 fans, I am definitely one of them. But if Octosari only has 1 fan, then it is me. If Octosari has no fans, then it means I am no longer on this earth, and if the world is against Octosari, then I am against the world. This is by far my favorite card to be messing with right now, and what I believe I'm going to be showing you guys is very close to being my legitimate favorite deck of all time, and I do not say this lightly. My favorite kind of decks in Hearthstone are the ones that are very difficult to master, and even if you make like 1 or 2 mistakes, it can absolutely throw the game. So it is all about playing as perfectly as you can, and the potential of this deck is absolutely massive. So today we're going to be taking a look at what exactly is going on with Octosari Demon Hunter, but here's the thing. There's really not a lot of stats for this deck because there are not people that are really playing this deck, understandably so. It's not a good deck, it's not a meta deck, and it's actually very weak into the general meta game, but I love this deck so much that even though I am losing a bunch of games, I am still queuing up, I still want to do the combo again, because this is the most satisfying combo to play within Hearthstone. So even though there's not a lot of data supporting this, what we can see from the early data is that we have an extremely good matchup against Death Knight, very poor matchups against Demon Hunter, and I would say Priest to a degree, depending on what exactly they play. If they have like things like repackage, it can just get a little bit annoying, especially if you can't kill your own minions. We got warrior matchups that are bad, shaman matchups that are bad, rogue matchups that are bad. This deck is all about the finesse and being able to maximize your win rate, so do not let these stats persuade you. If anything, you should look at this data because, hey, 50% win rate? I don't know how this data is coming to be. I really don't understand how exactly these numbers are finalized, but the thing that was really funny about this deck in particular is I was wondering, what's the difference between these two decks? I mean, one's got a 34% win rate, the other one has a 50% win rate, and it turns out the only difference between these decks is one of these decks is reading Ziliax incorrectly, while the other one is reading Ziliax correctly, and they are legitimately the exact same deck. This is the 30 list that I will be showing you later in the video, and one has a 34% win rate and the other has a 50% win rate. And the reason that I'm showing this is to showcase sometimes stats are unreliable. This is literally the exact same deck, but for some reason 52 games with a 50% win rate, 53 games with a 34% win rate. Maybe it's a skill issue at the end of the day. Maybe, I don't know. I just like to use data to support my claims. But now that we've looked at the data, let's actually look under the hood and figure out how exactly does Octosari Demon Hunter even function to begin with, because Octosari, I'm always mad when I see this card. It rolls out of my Bwonsamdi, and now suddenly all of my Awakener of Souls are going to bring back Octosaris, and how exactly do you even win with this card? It is the #1 question that I get in all of my streams is, what is even the combo? It's very simple. The way that you win this game is by doing some form of combo with a Rana Thrillseeker that essentially creates your fatigue into your opponent's fatigue. You don't take any damage on your turn, so if you draw through the deck thanks to the Octosari and you start taking fatigue, you shoot it right to the opponent, and this deck has an unbelievable amount of draws that are possible, and it is all thanks to the new legendary Chrono Lord Deos. This is the reason I am defending this card, because this card slots perfectly, utterly perfectly into this deck. The flexibility that you have with this card is legitimately unmatched, to the point where I have several combos in this video being able to showcase to you guys the multitude of different ways that you can combo, and it really is thanks to Chrono Lord Deos. Deos, however you want to pronounce him, he's just really freaking good because we have Spirit Peddler that is discounting our minions. We have Umbra, which is really good at triggering death rattles, and since it's a battle cry, you essentially get to quadruple those death rattles. Very, very powerful. Doubling up the Octosari is a great way of drawing through the deck and killing your opponent, you know, very, very simply. Ysera can be a 0 mana gain 6 or a 3 mana gain 6 in some instances, depending on how much has been discounted by the Spirit Peddler. You obviously have Ziliax in order to give you massive swing in the board, so if you're low on health, you come back, you give yourself a couple of turns, maybe buy a turn with Bob, but the other thing you could do with Bob is refresh your mana, which is why he's in the deck, and sometimes you need that extra 3 mana in order to pop off a combo. I could literally list you guys like 4 different ways to do the combo, but instead of talking about every single combo this deck can do, let me show you a couple of things that this deck is consistent at doing. Obviously, with Spirit Peddler and Elise in the deck, it is very easy for you to get several copies of your Spirit Peddler discounts. Sometimes it's not going to be enough though, and you might need to use a return policy in order to get even more discounts. Maybe you want to try and hit that Deos and go for that Deos and Umbra turn, but the thing about this deck is you most of the time need to save at least 1 return policy in order to combo that with Arana, depending on how exactly your mana discounts work. This is where the skill of the deck is extremely important, because you really have to manage your discounts effectively. Case in point, there might be some times where you have like an Ancient of Yore in your hand and you really don't want to take that risk sometimes. It's very, very dependent in the moment. Nothing that I say in this video is going to be like a hard rule, because it is all about the flexibility in the moment. But sometimes you have an Ancient of Yore in your hand, you really don't want the Spirit Peddler discount to hit, so you might need to wait a turn to play out that Yore, so that way Spirit Peddler will only hit one of the important minions that you have in your hand. So that is one of the ways to win with this deck. Personally, my favorite way to win with this deck is to have Elise on the field, have the 1 mana location that makes a copy, so that way when I play my Octosari, I can make a copy of it. It is now a 1/1, and I can easily kill that 1/1 with an Infiltrate, with an Infestation Stinger, with an Immolation Aura. There's several ways in order to kill a 1/1 Octosari that it feels legitimately broken. And if you're comboing that with a Deos, that 1/1 Octosari is going to draw into the deck 16 times. So, yeah, that's a pretty cool way to win. My other favorite way to win this game with Octosari is literally tempoing out the Octosari, baiting my opponent into killing the card, so that way I can deck out, so that way I can start my combo. But the only way that you can do that is if you have your Arana already in hand, a return policy in hand, or you have maybe Umbra in hand in order to recast the Octosari Deathrattle. And remember what we were talking about with Deos? How with Umbra, it's a really good combination. If your Octosari has died and you play Umbra and Deos in the same turn, your Umbra is going to cast that Octosari Deathrattle 4 times. 4 times. That is going to be 32 card draws in the deck. I dare you to list a deck in Standard that is able to resist literally above 400 damage. That's why I really enjoy this deck. It is literally the epitome of a skill-based deck with a high skill ceiling, and even though there may be some unfavorable matchups that are possible, because you are playing Control Demon Hunter with things like Infiltrate, Immolation Aura, and Infestation, it is very easy for you to keep some of these board-based decks off of the field. It is all about the timing of your AoE though. But if you are a Hearthstone player that wants a fun deck that has a massive skill ceiling and will really test your abilities as a player, I 100% would recommend Octosari Demon Hunter. This is, again, my favorite deck right now. You can hear the energy in my voice and just how much I love talking about this archetype, let alone playing it. And I have so many games I want to show you in the game clips coming up ahead. Plenty of funny moments, plenty of high roll moments, plenty of what the hell is honest to God happening in my game moments. And that's exactly what I want in my Hearthstone. And that's exactly what Octosari Demon Hunter provides. So the last tip that I'll give you guys is the Mulligan, because this deck can be sometimes tricky to mulligan with, but generally speaking, you are essentially mulliganing for the same cards. One other thing I should talk about before the mulligan, Brozagar is literally only in this deck to be a draw engine and to have a lifesteal card. and also because you have one less card in the deck. Brozigar goes into the deck for that reason. You really don't care that much about the 2-mana 12/12, but there might be some times where it comes out and wins you the game. It's been very rare for me in particular, but he's just in here for card draw and for lifesteal. So with that in mind, the cards that you want to keep in your mulligan are usually going to be the Portal, because it is an easy 0-mana hero power turn where you just draw a card immediately and start, you know, cycling through the deck. You obviously want to keep your cards like Tusk Piercer because it is the best tool to draw your Spirit Peddler and your Octosari. Other cards that are worth keeping in the matchup are your Elise and your Ancient of Yore. Ancient of Yore still goes to this deck even though it has been nerfed, because you do have red card for extra draws and you just want to be able to cycle through the deck, and sometimes Yore is just still the best way of doing that. I don't know if we should run Paraglide in its place, but Ancient of Yore is still 6 armor. It's a 5/5, and it has synergy with red cards, so I don't think it needs to be cut even after the balance patch. But you can keep those cards. Other cards that are worth keeping in the mulligan are going to be your Infiltrate and your Infestation, depending on if you are going up against an aggressive deck. The number one issue with players, I would argue, with this deck is playing overly controlling. You do not want to kill every single board. You want to wipe out the board at the right time. And what is a great example of this? Shaman. Shaman has a 7-mana card called Wish Upon the Stars, and if you can somehow, you know, clear their board going before that turn 6, turn 7 buff turn, then that is the primo way to use your AoE, is to not just clear the board, but to clear the board with intent. If you're taking like 6 damage, then there's no reason to completely like remove the board unless that 6 damage is about to become like 12 or 18 damage or something like that. So you really got to think about thresholds with this deck, because with all the healing that you have with like Ziliax and with Ancient of Yore, and potentially with cards like the Weapon and even like randomly discovered I-Beams, you do have a decent amount of flexibility with your life total, and your mulligan is going to be very important in order to maximize that life total. So matchup awareness is very important. Mulliganing is very important with this deck. The last thing that you want to do is to have a bunch of legendaries that don't do anything in your hands, so your mulligan is extremely important to master. There is so much that I could talk about with this deck that I feel like I at least missed 3 different things about this list. So if you guys have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to leave them in the comments below. I love talking about this deck. If you come by a future stream, it's very likely that I'll be streaming this deck yet again, just because, once again, this is probably one of my favorite Hearthstone decks of all time, and it's just a matter of time until I play enough games and it does become my favorite deck. So thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown. Once again, if you have any questions about how the combo works or how to set up this deck or how to have more success with it, then please leave a comment down below in the comment section, and we will see you guys for the next video after you take 32 fatigue and you watch the animations happen. I'm sorry, but you gotta watch those animations. Seriously, guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck breakdown, and we'll see you for the next video. Wait, do you see it, chat?
Risks are always worth taking.
Take the battle center, and I take the crown. Out of cards.
I love this deck so fucking much, dude. Who saw that lethal? Who saw it? Be honest with me. How many of y'all saw it? Oh, let's fucking go, dude. I love this deck so fucking much. GG, I saw it. Yo, nice. Let's go. We got some real gamers in chat then. I need Octosari, brother. Yeah, you turn. Octo, finally. Is this lethal? I think it is.
Risks are always worth taking.
Oh, it's just lethal. Killed him through his resurrect already, and I had even more damage. I could have killed it again. How good is Husk? About this good.
Get over here!
Get over here! I'm not done with you yet! Coolest deck of the game, by far. Coolest deck of the game. Don't care what anybody says. Dude, this actually might be a game where it's Tempo Octosari. Holy shit. And it's over. It's over. It's over. GG, dude. Turbo GG. It's donezo. I might even have the mana to poke this for fun. Do I have the mana to poke that for fun? Okay, so pretty sure that this is lethal. I could also just wait one more turn to just red card this, heal up, and just wait to guarantee it, because this is a pretty big risk. But you want to know what? I really want to see if this is lethal.
Risks are always worth taking. Mistakes.
Oh, fucking Christ.
Claw's our master. Claw chooses who will go and who will stay.
This is ludicrous.
Well,
I completely forgot about the fucking claw.
my people will regret turning their backs on me. All are nourished when the cycle renews.
Vengeance is mine! Another soul!
Holy shit, I'm so good.
Another soul! Another soul!
What a fucking turn, dude. You know what? Fuck it. Wait, shit! Oh god! No! Oh god, why? Why did the rope stop me? Alright, hold on, guys. He's not gonna think about it. He's not gonna think about it, right? He's not gonna think about it. He's not gonna think about it. You fool! You fool! You had it! You had it, dude! He got Giga baited! He got Giga baited!
I'm in danger!
How are these people legend? What do you mean these people? You're not talking about me, are you? You couldn't be talking about me, would you? You'd never say that about me, would you? So let's see, I had 9 cards in deck. I would have overdrawn 6. if he would have done that. That would have been enough to kill me, right? Sitting at 30. Oh my god, dude. Time ain't no reason. Got no time for me.
Risks are always worth taking.
Enough of cards.
Time on ain't my side. Got no time for me. I don't see a reason to put up a fight. Well, that's the freest game of today. With all the egg decks running around, I'm not surprised he tech silent. No, that was discovered. It was discovered. It was a random discovered. Somehow only 5% of players reach Legend. I would argue that only like 15% of players maybe have the time to hit Legend with their daily, you know, routine of Hearthstone. Nice draw. Primo top deck.
What horror will hatch?
Top deck machine right now.
Vengeance is mine.
What is this 30? It's Octosari King. The best deck of the game. But only if you're smart enough for it.
Vengeance is mine.
It's kind of bad options to have right now. It's the way of like Deios.
The best Hearthstone player that ever lived.
Yes, sir. Nice. Thank you for doing what I want, deck.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
There's the chrono. Oh, yes! Oh, hold on. Joji? Oh yeah, dude, no new Joji record coming out soon too. Okay, hold on. We might just go Giga hard now. But then again, I think I have to save the return policy. You can just throw out Zilliax so it doesn't eat up any discount.
My God, how does he do it? Clark HELLSCREAM, the best Hearthstone player that ever
Quite
lived.
interesting how he turned out from a meme to an unknown artist. Dude, I was there for the Filthy Frank days. I wasn't there for Joji vlogs, but I was definitely there for Filthy Frank. I remember being excited for the Filthy Frank uploads as soon as they happened, and now I'm excited for Joji music.
Proportions look good.
Red card.
My duty fulfilled.
The menagerie is for guests only.
Things to kill these guys. That could have been an opportunity to like trade them away, but like taunts are kind of annoying. Probably just gonna win with the Zilliax though.
The sands will scour you. Another soul. The soul. Take rest. Insignificant.
At this point, I could just tempo Octosari and I'd probably win.
My duty fulfilled. My duty fulfilled.
Can I do this with Warlock and Dark Morrow? If I could somehow cheat Arana into the game in my deck, then yes. Oh my god, there's the Arana.
I grow impatient.
My god, how does he do it? Blark HELLSCREAM, the best Hearthstone player that ever lived.
At this point, it doesn't even matter. It's just gonna be lethal when he awakens. Because all we have to do is just play Arana, or we just have to play Octosari, Endbringer, Umbra, activate the Deathrattles. This is just like infinite damage, dude. Nasty. This is a very nasty deck when it works. This is why it's my favorite deck. Like currently in like all of Standard, this is probably my favorite deck because of the potential it has, and this is why I love Deios.
Step forth into the Timeways.
All right, this is the new and improved Octosari combo.
Looks like we've got a fight for the ages.
I don't think there's a weapon that gets in the way here. All right, hit the Umbra. Nice. Okay, yeah, dude, it's Giga over. It's Giga over. All right, so now he awakens, and all hell quite literally will break loose.
People will regret their backside.
Risks are always worth taking.
And dude, I can even kill the Octosari. That's a lot of damage. Dude, how much fatigue is this? One Octo was enough? No, it wasn't. It actually wasn't. If one was enough, I wouldn't have been able to play the second. Dude, how much is this? Is it negative 24? Hey, just think about it, dude. You could technically deal more damage than this. This isn't even the max potential. Yo, is it just me? Is it just me, or did return policy with Octosari actually not work? Did it not draw enough, or am I not? I'm not thinking about the original 9 cards that were already in my deck. Never mind, never mind. I'm not thinking about the 9 cards that were already in my deck. Okay, so it did work. It did work. Jesus Christ, what a combo. What a combo, dude. I'm not saying it's like a truth or anything. I just don't like pushing button every single turn, and if I can't push button, then I lose, because pushing button is not advantageous half the time. saw how toxic it can get within View Hunter. Exactly, dude. Like, when hero powers are the only thing that matters, your cards don't matter. That's a problem. When cards don't matter, it's the worst meta. It's the worst the meta can be. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. If I cannot play my cards in a card game, why? This.
Looks like we've got a fight for the ages.
Aww. Aw? Yo, wait. Thank you. I can throw my last Spirit Peddler now. Might be dead here. No? Why is this deck popping off, dude?
Look good.
I'm not seeing Enraged Warrior, but everyone's flipping out about this archetype that's not even that good.
Another soul, the soul. Another soul, the soul. Take rest. Another soul, the soul.
I already struck.
Am I dead? Might be dead to... Okay, he doesn't have the dragon. If he had buff, boop, into dragon, that was lethal. So now I think I have Omega comeback here. Bob Deios. Wait, hold on a minute, dude. This is a big turn. I wonder if there is like a way of like bombing into like return policy and doing all that kind of stuff. Make correction once again, being the goat. Alright, it's fine. I have everything I need now at this point.
All are nourished when the cycle renews.
Nightmares are never forgotten.
Find me in the dream.
Is this lethal?
My people will regret their backside.
Risks are always worth taking.
Out of cards.
My duty fulfilled.
is mine. Time grows short.
Justice for the last game. I couldn't let that warrior get away with that victory. This is what happens when you play correctly. Remember feeling accomplished about playing Hearthstone? Nah, I don't either. Yeah, dude, every single game of Octosari Demon Hunter is pure cinema.
Vengeance is mine.
Let's play the game.
Oh, have you filled out the paperwork?
Let me get my lease value.
I remember this place well.
Sadness. Sadness, bro. Come on.
My God.
I've missed
How
the
did you do
copy.
it?
Convinced me to get Mega Bonk and I enjoyed it. Well needed break from Hearthstone pre-expansion. Dude, I agree. I'm so glad that I played Mega Bonk and I feel like I got a little too into it. Like I've learned a lot about the game. It's just a matter of whether or not I can execute what I've learned. You know, if I get the right run, if I get
Who could put a price
the right setups and stuff. Like I could have a pretty respectable score. Like I've technically been top 1000 Mega Bonk at the beginning of an update. And then as it teetered off, I think I like stayed around like 10,000 or something like that. What I like doing is like playing right after the update and just trying to play my favorite character. Just such a fun game. I was ass up, but that's what's fun. Yeah, dude, there's just so much to learn with that kind of game. Once you get the movement down, then you focus on like item knowledge and like synergies and stuff like that. You just gotta start off having fun,
Nothing gets
realizing what you enjoy, and then, you know, maining the characters that you like. Wait, what?
a blunder.
Wait, hold up. Am I getting baited? Here's the thing. If I take this, it's only going to be in the Umbra, which is fine. But if this gets me like an 8-drop that I really don't want,
Demons?
it's not good. But I should do this because it denies his win condition.
What? Who's that?
So please don't punish me for doing the right thing.
Right, little
All right,
one.
cool. I'll live with that. Hell yeah. Oh, another return policy. Hell yeah. Gotta get cards out of hand.
You really think you are in control here?
Imagine if I stole the one Samdi instead.
Clark HELLSCREAM,
Yeah, this is just
the
a
best
your
Hearthstone
turn.
player that ever lived.
Force him to come up with an answer of some kind.
Vengeance is mine.
Honestly, dude, if I was gonna go for like a high ladder finish right now, I think I probably would be like spamming DK. And it survived. We never win with tempo here, right? You can hear my brain slowly considering it. God, Hades music is just such a vibe, dude. I'm okay. If enough people tell me, oh shit, I'm gonna overdraw a card. Fuck. If enough people tell me to put on the Hades soundtrack, I will do it. If enough people tell me to play Hades instead of Hearthstone, will I do it? I mean, dude, you know, I could play some Hades tonight. after getting my Hearthstone rep in. I think I would just have to make some food. But what if we ended the night with some Hades runs? I think I'd be fine with that. I've got like at least 3 or 4 Hearthstone videos I could make if I go through my VODs.
Full. Another soul. The soul. Another soul. The soul.
Clark can get Elise location off return policy. Yes, you can. That is true. If you give this the Deathrattle, you can do that. I have thought about doing that for a combo, but it's really difficult to do. I used to have this location warlock that did something similar, because you could double the Deathrattle on the locations with Dark Morrow. So if you wanted to go for like some kind of like Deos combo with the location, you could do that. I think I need to get the last copy of my return policy.
Take a rest. Time grows short.
This is Deathrattle friendly minions, so Umbra doesn't work with Deos.
Another soul. The soul. Nothing gets past.
Double snake, wow.
He the dead with all.
God, what a turn.
Another soul. The soul rest. Time grows short.
Come on, give me the portal minion. Portal minion. How's that for a turn? I just wish we had a way of like just drawing the rest of the deck. Like I wanted to play the Octosari, but the last thing I wanted to happen was for him to kill the Octosari with Deos on the field. Okay, return policy, that should be GG. Don't you enjoy a 16 card draw? Only when I have a Rana on the field.
I have but little time.
don't have enough draw to kill him right now. I have plenty of time. Maybe I kill him now.
I see.
Take combatants enter, and I take the crown.
Another tower down. Risks are always worth taking. All or nourished on the suffering.
Vengeance is mine. Amount of cards.
This is just the best deck. I'm sorry, I don't care. This is just the best deck. It's just so satisfying. Just the little bits of damage from the Rumble enthusiasts. All I see is Rogue Warrior DK'd ladder, so boring. What about this? You could be the change you want to see on the ladder. Play some Octosari.
Wild is actually good enough to play. It would give more people reasons to buy those packs for user and always engage with the users. The only time Wild is
Another soul. The soul. Fatal rest. Hydra falls.
Double Octosari, really, dude?
All or nourished.
There might be a crazy line. There might be like a crazy line of Tempo Octosari. Amazing song. I've been obsessed with this track, dude. I'm so upset with myself because I found this track like last week, and I've been listening to Sleep Token for over a year now. Somehow this song missed me, and I don't know how I missed it.
Demons. Demons. Another soul.
My God, how did he do it? Lord HELLSCREAM, the best Hearthstone player that ever lived.
Fatal rest.
Perfect. Exactly what I needed to get hit. Go on. Destroy him. Fall into my trap card. Either way, I'm into it. Oh, let's go. It's over. Of course, this is the game that I'm getting spectated.
My hand is full.
The absolute Giga Lethal. The Giga Lethal. How much damage even is this? This is literally Giga Lethal, dude. Just let it farm. It literally pops, it literally draws like 32 cards. The only question is it gonna play out the entire animation? Just enjoy the music, chat. Just enjoy the music.
My God, how did he do it? Lord HELLSCREAM, the best Hearthstone player that ever lived.
And now activate it again. Octo boy, you've done it again. I'm so upset that no hands didn't see this. Just how much damage even is this? How much is it? It's so much damage. Oh my god. So beautiful. It's just so beautiful. And if you think about it, the yours as well could be playable to give me 4 more draws into the deck. Oh god, let's go, brother. I told you we needed one more. I told you guys we needed one more, man. This is a wild mark level damage. Yeah, I know, right? It's totally not bait, guys. Totally not bait. Yeah, not bait. All right, you already know where I'm sending you guys. I'm sending you guys to no hands. All right, thanks for hanging out, guys. I'm glad I got that clip at the very end of the stream. I will probably be making an Octosari video for tomorrow. I need the "that's a lot of damage" sound emote. That would be good. That would be a good idea. How hard is this win condition to set up? It's kind of difficult, but if you get used to it, it's not as hard as you think it is.